Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here with a Message Boards Don't Make Heroes production. Okay, let's talk about some hard facts because some people are going to love this video. Some people are going to hate this video. Some people are going to like this video to a certain point and then go into complete denial when I point out reality. Some people won't be able to get past this hat, which we'll talk about at the end of the program. We're going to tie it all in, baby. But in case you didn't know, Twitter says they had an outage and it caused Donald Trump's tweet naming the whistleblower of this current impeachment inquiry, 2 articles of impeachment now not even filed yet, but found guilty of on the congressional floor and supposed to go to Senate. One of them being obstruction of Congress, which is Johnny nonsense to the extreme. It's made up. It's made up. Think about how many times Congress sits there, lies to your face, moves their little tie or their little dress suit, and is just full of bullshit, and then signs off on the deaths of millions overseas. And we'll get to that too. New airstrikes over the last week over in Iraq and Syria. Not much being talked about there. And that's where we're going to flip the script on this, because Donald Trump tweeted out, okay, and we're going to play some Brian Stelter too, basically tweeted out the banned whistleblower's identity. You're not allowed to say this person's name. Erica Caramello Bar. I'll say it that way because that's the best I can do for you, because we're going to show you how out of the almost 850 videos I've done on this channel, probably 800 of which have been in the last year, 700 plus of which have been in the last 6 to 7 months. That's how we do things here. Okay, out of all those videos, that one was locked as private. And we'll get into all that. I'm going to show you that in a moment. Now, I'm not a fan of Charlie Kirk, okay? I think some of the stuff he puts out is truthful. Some of the other stuff he puts out is hyper-partisan propaganda. 100%, okay? The stuff about the DNC and the Ukraine and Biden and the Ukraine is true. And the fact that we still can't name a quote-unquote whistleblower when there are real whistleblowers that go to prison, okay, that expose real crimes. Chelsea Manning, right now, in jail. Julian Assange, not even a whistleblower, a publisher of information provided by whistleblowers, being tortured, put in solitary confinement, and basically illegally held in Belmarsh while he says he's being sedated. No press on that. No saviors from the Trump Screw crew. Instead, they want to, indict him here. Flick off. Thank you so much for that super chat. Very, very generous of you. We're going to continue on because I'm a little hot about all this. All right, now here's the deal. When I say that I have never had a video locked, this one, if you notice all these yellows around, that means that they've been up for confirmed by manual review. Now, the green ones, they've been confirmed by manual review too. Now, if you see that, you'll notice that this one actually got confirmed by manual review. And what's it called? Louis says the forbidden name in impeachment hearings. What will happen to this video? And YouTube proved my point. So what did I do? Well, I played part of the hearings where Louis Gohmert dared to say Erica Caramello Bar's real name amongst other whistleblowers and witnesses, one of which Joe Biden, and we've played that CFR clip ad nauseum, right? So they claim that they locked this as private because of the tags in it or some kind of a description. Now, I show many media outlets that are talking about this but refuse to name his name. And even, I think it was Real Clear Politics on the site, they had the clip unabridged so you could actually see it because, it's part of history. It's part of American history. It's a government hearing. He's a congressman. He said a name. No reason to add it to a playlist. Because it's locked. There are no tags. There never were any tags. And then if you go down, there is no description other than this, like asking what's going to happen with the video, the normal stuff I have, and then Gohmert goes wild, because he did, and then sacred cows, because I said that this was essentially a sacred cow, that it was unbelievable to me that the media could not even talk about this. So now, again, to not try and play into the left-right paradigm or false prophets of magical message boards. I know there's new drops. There's new drops out there. We'll get to that in a second. Because, Brian Stelter, they want to make it as hyper-partisan as possible, is going to talk about conspiracy theories and QAnon and yada, yada, yada. That's not what this is about to me, okay? I don't believe that there are heroes on message boards, okay? I believe in reality that we got to keep pushing forward. Why? Because before we get to this clip, these airstrikes are very real. The OPCW leaks that proved there was no Duma attack in April that were supposedly chemical, weapons, right after Trump said twice that it was time to leave Syria. All washed under the rug. People like James Mattis were questioned by Tulsi Gabbard if there was an attack, if there was even an attack that occurred, and he couldn't say there was any evidence. She should be hailed as a hero. She should be the #1 stunner if we had an honest debate system for a candidate in 2020, because she told the truth about that. And yet the media's totally blacked it out. And now, as truth comes out, we're fighting Hezbollah. We're fighting Hezbollah. Iran is ramping it up. That damn dictator Assad. And that's why a lot of people aren't going to like me on this one. Because, hey, Trump is tweeting out the truth about being set up by Erica Caramello Bar. And he should have the right to tweet that out. That's not a whistleblower. That's an operative, 100%. And then you've got the media free. I mean, Stelter is a clown show.
What the president
Oh, we can't. No me.
he's retweeted.
Yeah, and some of these
Hold on.
aren't really even people. He's retweeted bots and fan accounts of the conspiracy group.
Nope. Man, no audio on that, huh? What is going on there? That's terrible. It looks like we can't even play it. I want to play it, but I mean, it's basically Brian Stelter looking like a moron. It's over on my Twitter. I've retweeted it because Patrick Henningsen, actually, if I go back, he's the 21 Century Wire. I got to get him on. But it shows you what a weird world. Listen, we're about to be in 2020, okay? Let's explain what's going on. The President of the United States simply puts out the information of who is saying this against him. And quid pro quo, whatever. If you don't think that's how the deals are made all the time on every level geopolitically, go watch my film Invisible Empire. Thank you, Candace Gavin. And if you don't think that Joey B, a.k.a. Joe Biden, is on tape with the permanent state, with the CFR, the Council on Foreign Relations, okay, in front of a bunch of minions of the predator class, bragging about how he got off a plane because he'd been given the Ukraine and assurances that the prosecutor, who just happened to be going after his son, was going to be fired, and he hadn't been yet. Well, he'll be on a plane in 6 hours, and either he gets fired or you don't get $1 billion in aid. That's exactly what they're accusing Trump of doing. Joey B is on tape laughing about it with Richard Haass, head of the CFR, that permanent state we talk about, and a bunch of minions, and nobody will even fucking say it. Not on Fox News, not on MSNBC, not on CNN. Tucker Carlson, you get wisps of truth. I wish he would hammer it home more. I have more respect for Tucker Carlson right now than I've had for a mainstream media journalist since Olbermann during the Bush administration. And he's went totally wacko. And before that, Carlson was a disciple of William Kristol. These are the realities we have to be in. The huge issue here is the fact that we have a media that's going along with censorship, okay, of names being named by congressmen and presidents. This is insanity. And they're still trying to push Joey B. Rally, or Ray, REAGH Network. Thank you very much for that generous super chat. So I want to reiterate this too, because out of all the videos I've done, the 800 plus, 850 plus, this is the only one that's locked as private. I can't do anything about it. Globally, you're not allowed to watch this video for some strange reason. However, if you go to C-SPAN and you watch the raw footage, you can watch the raw footage. If you search, obviously, it's all over the place. Trump putting this information out is somehow treasonous, and yet his followers think that, somehow this is going to save the day when he's allowing these military strikes to go on in Iraq and Syria, when we full well know now that April 2018 Doom attack is imagination land. Imagination land, guys. So listen, if you want to know more about what I do and how I do it, Loose Change Final Cut, Fabled Enemies, Invisible Empire, New World Order Defined, and Shade the Motion Picture, not asking you to buy them. They're free right here in the documentaries playlist section. In fact, I want you to watch them. I want you to check the information for yourself. And then if you see fit, please share them with other people. All right? So thumbs this video up, subscribe if you're new to the channel, join the Burmist Brigade. We're trying to hit 40, 50K, even with the censorship that every single one of my videos goes up for review. Every one. It does not matter the subject matter. If they don't get flagged at first, they damn well get flagged later. $5, $10, $15, this is how I do it. It means the world to me. We do a monthly GoFundMe here. No Patreon, no Subscribe Star, no bonus content. Everything is for free. But if you don't have the finances, and I get it, but I obviously need to be financially supported as well. I need you to go over to my Twitter right now or after this video and go retweet this thread that shows there is an abundance of evidence, a very long thread actually, that Conor McGregor, who's probably set to make tens of millions of dollars in his next fight and hundreds of millions of dollars, if not billions, for WME Entertainment, ESPN, aka Disney, is a violent rapist. And all the evidence of the world is right here, and the media is covering up that too. So if you don't like phony Me Too movements, if you don't like media censorship, if you don't like a system that protects predators and the predator class in general, please go retweet that and tweet it to your friends and family. Get that video out there. It's extremely important. I don't want to see this guy fight ever again. The only cage he should ever be in again, when you read all the evidence against him, should be a jail cell. I absolutely love you guys. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you on the flip side.